So I'm gonna try to go through this pretty quickly. We went through a lot of information on my interview. My student's name is Michael, and he's actually a pretty close family friend of mine. So it's gonna be kind of hard to call him Michael. But he's an absolute sweetheart. I knew right away that I was going to interview him. Got permission from his mom and everything. But he's such a genuinely easy kid to talk to. And I recorded some of his answers to the 8 questions I had for him. We're going to go through pretty quickly. I asked him how often a day he uses tech, and he said constantly. Even in class, it's about 5 times a day. The teachers really have embraced the use of technology, which was actually my 4th question, and how teachers have handled the cell phone situation. And he said that they have embraced it, that they have stopped saying to put them away, and that they actually use them in class. He said that his English and history classes more so use them because those are the classes that you would need to access outside information most often. And he said that it's actually brought his classmates closer just because it can share a bond. They also use Google Classroom, where the class itself can share documents and information. I asked him to what extent technology hinders his relationships, and he said it does a little bit in the face-to-face interactions, but it actually helps with to strengthen the relationship in general, just because it's such constant contact, and his friend group can literally always stay in touch with each other. To follow that up, I asked to what degree does he feel left out or that he's missing something, and he said almost never. When he sees something that's happening that he's not a part of, he's never usually upset by that, just because he knows that that's not his friend group. And his friend group, I was really surprised to hear that they're very, respectful about each other. They never hang out if even one of them cannot hang out. They're always doing something as much as they can. So he doesn't have time to feel left out just because the tech keeps them connected enough to keep that situation from happening. I asked him to define his social interactions, and he basically said anytime that there is any remote interaction. So face-to-face can happen several times a day when he's in school. Outside of school, he considers tech interactions to be legitimate interactions, and he prefers face-to-face, but the technology doesn't slow him down. I asked him what methods of technology does he enjoy to be being used in school. And he likes when teachers use Google Classroom, just so the whole class can participate, keep up with each other, get to know each other. I asked if he had any suggestions or thoughts for future educators, or anything that he wishes he could tell his teachers. And he said, for future educators, definitely embrace the tech. They're just gonna sneak it. It's just gonna happen. Embrace it and use it. He's even said that textbooks are starting to not really be a thing anymore. It's mostly iPads and computers now. Save the trees, I guess. Which is so very Michael. And I know that he knows that I want to be an educator, so he meant that very genuinely. So I think I'll take his advice and embrace it. Save some trees.